That little needle on your fuel gauge, ever feel like it's dropping faster than your bank account balance on payday? You're not just imagining it. The average driver wastes hundreds, sometimes even more than $1,000 every single year, not because of gas prices, but because of simple, inefficient driving habits. It's like having a small hole in your wallet that leaks cash every time you get behind the wheel. The good news is you don't need to trade in your car for a hybrid or start cycling to work to fix it. I'm about to give you 6 golden rules that will fundamentally change how you use fuel. These are smart, simple adjustments that will put a serious dent in your fuel bill and make your car happier in the long run. Let's get into it. 1. Become a predictor, not a reactor. This is the single biggest change you can make, and it costs nothing. Stop thinking about the car directly in front of you and start looking way down the road. See that traffic light up ahead turning red? See the flow of cars slowing down 200 meters in front? The amateur move is to keep your foot on the gas until the last second and then hit the brakes. The pro move is to take your foot off the accelerator the moment you see the slowdown. Let the car's own momentum do the work. This is called coasting, and it's your new best friend. Think of your accelerator as a money tap and your brake pedal as a drain that dumps all that expensive momentum. When you coast, you're not just saving the fuel you would have burned, you're also taking advantage of modern engine technology. Most cars made in the last 2 decades have a feature that cuts off all fuel to the injectors when you're coasting in gear. That's right, for those few seconds, your fuel consumption is literally zero. You're also saving a ton of wear and tear on your brake pads and rotors, which means you're saving money on maintenance too. It's a true win-win. 1 sec, just asking for a quick like. Have you done that yet? Thank you. 2. The great debate, windows down or AC on. We've all heard the advice, turn off the air conditioning to save fuel. And that's true, but it's only half the story. The AC compressor does put a load on the engine, which uses fuel. However, at high speeds, opening your windows can be far, far worse for your consumption. Once you get above, say, 80 kilometers per hour, your car is slicing through the air like an airplane wing. Opening the windows completely shatters that carefully designed aerodynamic profile. The wind rushes in and creates an incredible amount of drag, acting like a small parachute tied to your roof. The engine now has to fight against that massive air resistance, and the extra fuel it burns to maintain speed completely cancels out and often exceeds the savings from turning off the AC. So, here's the simple rule. Driving around town at low speeds? Feel free to open the windows, but once you hit the highway, roll them up. Using your fan or even running the air conditioning on a low setting will be more fuel efficient than fighting that parachute of wind drag. The 30-second mythbuster. Let's kill an old, outdated myth right now. The idea that you need to start your car and let it idle for 5 or 10 minutes to warm up on a cold morning is a relic of the carbureted engine era. Modern cars with electronic fuel injection are vastly different. They are designed to be driven, gently, almost immediately after starting. Here's all you need to do. Start the engine, wait about 30 seconds for the oil pressure to stabilize and circulate, and then drive away smoothly. Don't rev the engine high or accelerate hard for the first few kilometers. This gentle driving is actually the most efficient way to bring the entire drivetrain, your engine, your transmission fluid, your differential oil, up to its optimal operating temperature. Remember this critical fact. When your car is idling, it is getting 0 kilometers per liter. It's the absolute worst possible fuel efficiency you can achieve. Those minutes spent sitting in the driveway are doing nothing but turning perfectly good fuel into wasted heat and exhaust fumes. So, 30 seconds, then go. That's it.
4. Your tires are thirstier than you think. This is one of the most overlooked yet most critical factors in your car's fuel consumption. Driving on even slightly underinflated tires is like trying to run a race through thick, wet sand. You can do it, but you're forcing your body to work so much harder, wasting a ton of precious energy. Your car's engine feels the exact same way. A tire that's underinflated has a larger, sloppier contact patch with the road, which dramatically increases rolling resistance. Just a small pressure drop, as little as 0.1 bar or about 1.5 psi below the recommended level, can increase your fuel consumption by 2 to 3%. That sounds small, but it adds up to a full tank of gas or more over the course of a year. It also causes your tires to wear out much faster, especially on the edges, costing you even more in the long run. Get a reliable pressure gauge and check your tires at least once a month when they are cold. The correct pressure is not on the tire sidewall. It's on a sticker inside the driver's side door jamb. Make it a habit. 5. Stop playing chicken with your fuel light. We've all been there. The little orange fuel light comes on and you start a mental game of, how much further can I push it? This is a really bad idea, and not just because you might get stranded. Running your fuel tank down to the last drop can cause serious and expensive mechanical damage. Inside your fuel tank is an electric fuel pump, and this pump is designed to be submerged in gasoline. The fuel itself acts as a coolant, preventing the pump's electric motor from overheating. When you consistently run the tank near empty, the pump is exposed to air. It sucks in air instead of fuel, which causes it to spin too fast and get incredibly hot. Over time, this will cook the pump and lead to its premature failure. Replacing a fuel pump is not a cheap job. On top of that, any sediment or debris that is settled at the bottom of your tank over the years gets churned up and sucked into the fuel system, where it can clog your fuel filter and injectors. The golden rule is simple. Treat a quarter tank as your new empty. When you get to that mark, it's time to fill up. 6. Go on an aerodynamic diet. Take a look at your car. Is that roof rack or cargo box from last year's family vacation still bolted on top? If so, you are throwing money away every single time you drive on the highway. These accessories are absolute killers of aerodynamic efficiency. Your car was designed in a wind tunnel to be as slippery as possible, but slapping a big boxy object on the roof completely ruins that. It creates a massive amount of turbulence and drag, forcing the engine to work significantly harder just to maintain your speed. How much harder? A roof rack can decrease your fuel efficiency by up to 15% or even more at highway speeds. Think about that. For every $100 you spend on fuel, you're just tossing 15 of it out the window to fight the wind. The solution is incredibly simple. If you are not actively using it, lose it. Take the 10 minutes to unbolt that rack or cargo carrier and store it in your garage. It's one of the easiest, most immediate ways to give yourself a noticeable boost in fuel economy.